For years, investigative teams have delved into countless grievances against homeowners, associations exposing their iron-fisted grip on everyday life, but nothing prepares you for this chilling tale that's about to unfold layer by layer, building to a climax of injustice that defies belief. It all begins innocently enough in a quiet Tampa Bay suburb, where one woman's battle with her HOA spirals into a nightmare of arrests, jail cells, and family heartbreak. Picture this. Irene Green, a hardworking mother, humiliated and head bowed in shame, sharing her mugshot with the world not for a crime spree, but for something as mundane as her lawn. Yes, she was handcuffed, booked, and locked away for a full week, all stemming from an HOA complaint about brown grass. As we peel back the curtain on this escalating saga, you'll feel the tension mount with every twist. It started with whispers of discontent in the Creekview subdivision of Riverview, Florida, where Irene's yard shaded by a massive tree and parched by a countywide drought that triggered strict watering bans began drawing unwanted attention. Drone footage reveals the scene. Patches of brown amid the green. Far from the neighborhood's worst offender, yet singled out relentlessly. Irene insists, if you cruise the streets, you'll spot plenty of yards falling short. But she's the lone soul to face the ultimate penalty, incarceration for failing to meet HOA perfection. The pressure builds as notices flood in from the HOA's management company, evolving from grass gripes to nitpicking absurdities. Barely visible dent in her garage door, too tiny to spot from the curb, yet dragged into court as evidence. The scrutiny intensifies her mailbox, tainted by mildew from that same shading tree and ambient moisture, labeled a violation despite a quick scrub sufficing. I could clean that in minutes, she admits, but the HOA presses on. Then comes the cargo van in her driveway, no different from others parked nearby, branded an eyesore. What began as polite reminders morphs into a full-blown lawsuit in Hillsborough County Court, demanding fixes or else. Representing herself, Irene pours heart into handwritten defenses, but the HOA and judge dismiss them coldly. The courtroom drama heightens at a July hearing, where the judge lays down the gauntlet. Bring the yard to standard in 30 days, or face jail. Fine, she agrees. Unaware of the storm brewing, determined. Irene spends the month in action sodding bare spots, scrubbing the mailbox spotless, even watering amid restrictions to revive the grass. She believes she's complied, but fate intervenes, missing her follow-up court date after failing to receive notice, despite her repeated outreach to the clerk. I tried calling multiple times, she recalls, but silence reigns. In her absence, the judge at the HOA attorney's urging brands her in contempt, signing an arrest warrant that hangs like a sword over her life. Legal experts chime in early, noting how rare contempt orders are in civil cases. Let alone jailing yet here, the noose tightens. The hammer falls in late May, pulled over by a sheriff's deputy while fetching her 15-year-old daughter from cheer practice. Irene hears the dreaded words. You have a warrant for your arrest. Handcuffed and hauled to Orient Road Jail, she's processed like a felon, fingerprinted, photographed, stripped of dignity. Worse still, no bond. 7 agonizing days locked away, separated from her family. Treated like a criminal, she laments, the isolation gnawing as days drag on. USF law professor Paul Boudreau weighs in on the rarity. To be incarcerated without bond in a civil matter is extreme and uncommon. The emotional toll mounts Irene, who scrimped to buy this home for a better life for her kids, now reduced to a jailhouse inmate over yard upkeep. It makes me feel horrible, she confesses, the injustice burning deeper. Experts dissect the escalation. Palm Beach attorney David Layers, whose firm battles HOAs and penned the bestseller Bad HOA, calls it aggressive overreach. Quick to wield full force, he says. Stunned that it reached jail, though clarifying the HOA can't directly imprison, but courts can intervene. I've never seen it get this far, he admits, pondering if milder remedies existed. As suspense peaks, Irene's sister-in-law, a paralegal, files an emergency petition 6 days in. At the hearing before, a new Judge Irene appears shackled, hands to feet, the sole chained figure in civil court. Relatives submit photos proving compliance. Fresh sod, pristine mailbox. Yet the HOA attorney objects fiercely. It hasn't been resodded fully. The whole yard needs it. The judge scrutinizes the images, not from these pictures, she rules, ordering release. Freedom at last, but the scars linger. Confronting the culprits, we track down HOA attorney Francis, fresh outside his office. You requested the arrest warrant. Was that too harsh for 7 days in jail? He deflects, emailing a statement. Ms. Green ignored violations in court orders. Her NOS show led to the warrant. Attempts to reach the HOA president and management company yield silence calls, cards, emails unanswered. The board's recent switch to a new enforcer hints at stricter times ahead. Lessons emerge amid the fallout. Follow rules when a judge orders it. Boudreau advises, while layers urges caution against HOA zeal. Neighbors gasp, never heard of anything like this. Irene's ordeal, from brown blades to bars, exposes the dark underbelly of suburban control, a cautionary crescendo that leaves you questioning. How far is too far? If this HOA hell resonates, or you're locked in your own battle, scan the QR to share where you're listening, investigating, and taking action.